The magic is here in May as the Bulls and Hawks continue their postseason play on Sports Channel, Chicago's playoff headquarters. The road to the Stanley Cup is full of shots, saves, and checks, and Sports Channel covers the Blackhawks from all angles with the excitement that only Pat and Dale can bring to the game. Join Tom Dorr and the Big Redhead as they highlight Sports Channel's coverage of the Bulls' history-making run at a third straight championship. The Sox are in Sports Channel as we've got 16 big matchups from around the American League. With his powerful offense, Gene Lamont has his sights set high for the '93 campaign. Get the inside scoop on the Sox with facts, stats, and strategies straight from the skipper every week on White Sox Weekly. Sports Channel covers the local action with exclusive coverage of IHSA championships featuring gymnastics, tennis, and track and field. Plus, we've got college baseball and softball, baseball's greatest games, World Cup soccer, and much, much more. Sports Channel, our season never ends.
Snapper, Lord.
Knicks extend to a 4-point lead. Opening minute. Third quarter. Marv Albert, Mike Fratello, Bob Rashad, and a storm. Capacity crowd, better than 19,000 here at the Garden. It is a record 40th sellout for the Knicks. Team record 40. Here's Jordan. And he is way off. Michael now 3 for 11. Good play by Jordan. Armstrong with Jordan. Ewing back. And Michael Jordan cuts it to a 2-point Knick lead.
Michael Jordan has to have felt the effects of this stretch run by the Chicago team where he has been called on to carry the burden for so much of the time. In the Charlotte game where they wind up losing by 1, it was Michael Jordan who down the stretch made every big basket for them, and it just has to catch up with him.
Nice move by Starks. Saw the opening, took advantage. Knicks lead 49 to 45. Chicago Bulls will open up their playoff series Friday night at home as Jordan gets the roll, and now he and Starks beginning to talk it up. It'll be the Bulls and the Atlanta Hawks in the first round. Rivers for 3. Doc Rivers from downtown. And the Knicks now lead 52-47, while the Knicks will open up their first round playoff series against the Indiana Pacers here at the Garden on Friday night. Armstrong giving it back. And BJ now double team. Ewing out to help. Bulls look for the mismatch, and Starks with the interception.
Well, that time you had Bill Cartwright trying to make the read as the Knicks double-teamed and rotated. When you have your center trying to make the read, it's not going to be as effective as a guard or forward.
Good play by Pippen, confronting Smith, leading to the steal. Armstrong. Grant with the tip. Horace Grant getting in front of John Starks. Nobody else helping.
Going into a game against Chicago, one thing you emphasize to your team is that they get on the offensive board. You want to limit the number of second shots they get. This Bulls team third best at offensive rebounding in the NBA.
Hard driving move by Charles Smith, and he was blocked. Foul is called against the Bulls.
You mentioned a few moments ago a little talking going on between Michael Jordan and John Starks, just kind of feeling each other out, and Michael wants him to know that he still has the ability to back him down and shoot over the top and get a little luck from the rim as well.
Now Charles Smith will go to the line. The foul was called on Horace Grant. Charles Smith in his 5th year out of University of Pittsburgh, acquired from the Los Angeles Clippers along with Doc Rivers, Bo Kimball in that deal involving Mark Jackson, and Charles has really picked it up. Had his problems right at the start of the year, went through training camp bothered by knee difficulties, not in proper shape. That is Pat Riley shape. And his ups and downs early, in foul trouble often, and he would start games and they'd have to yank him early. However, recently he has had the shooting touch. He's done it off the boards, and he has really come on.
And one thing that Pat Riley has mentioned from the beginning of the year is that we understand Charles Smith is more natural and more comfortable as a power forward. But for us to be most effective, him at the small forward spot is what we're trying to convert him to. That's why they were force feeding him in that position.
And a foul called on the Bulls. Darrell Walker committing his first loose ball foul on the one-time New York Knick, Darrell Walker. Knicks have hit 4 out of 5 from the field to start this third quarter. Darrell Walker, very aggressive defensive player, matched with John Starks. Smith, rebounded by Cartwright. 4 minutes gone by in the third. Oh, what a move by Jordan. Could not complete it. Cartwright with the rebound. So the Bulls get another possession. Oakley playing Pippen very well, not allowing the drive. And a foul is called. Starks turned his head and then trying to protect himself. Called for the hold.
And Jordan had given eye contact saying, throw the backdoor lob. I've got it right now. I can go backdoor. He's trying to signal his teammate, but the hold by Starks takes away his ability to actually elevate and get up in the air.
Again, the Jordan-Starks matchup. Jordan beating Starks off the dribble. So Michael Jordan has come on here in the third. He now has 12 points. Walker with the steal. 3-on-2 for the Bulls. Knicks able to get back. Jordan. Rebound, Grant. Had it knocked away. Jordan recaptures. Jordan hits. Michael Jordan with 8 of his 14 here in the early moments of the third quarter, and he's tied the game at 53.
Talked about offensive rebounding. You must block out. If you don't, you will be substituted for. Pat Riley has sent Anthony Mason up to the scorer's table to report in.
Oakley. And back comes Pippen. Scottie Pippen. He is now 1 for 9 from the field. Rivers. Yes. So Doc Rivers has hit a couple of shots here in the third. Knicks now lead 55-53.
You know that with Doc Rivers, you want to get strong on his right-hand side. He is much more comfortable going right than he is driving to the left. So you want to take away that middle when he starts out on the left side.
Cartwright getting position and backed his way down against Ewing. Cartwright has played well. That's the second field goal. He has 4. His presence defensively is so important for Chicago. And a timeout has been called by the Knicks.
Michael Jordan may have only been 3 for 10, 6 points in the first half, but we have seen him explode a number of times in the second half of basketball game. Takes it right into the heart of the Knicks defense the first time, Patrick Ewing, and then comes up with those second shot opportunities and finds the bottom of the net with the jump shot.
6:14 remaining, third quarter. Welcome back to Madison Square Garden. Knicks and Bulls tied at 55. Knicks with home court advantage throughout the playoffs, finishing on top in the Eastern Conference. 9 times the last 10 years, the team with the best record did advance to the finals. Couple of exceptions, as you see. But 9 out of the last 10 times, the home court advantage has paid off. Here's Starks. John Starks hitting the scoop. And the Knicks lead by 2.
I'm not so sure if this wasn't the playoffs that Phil Jackson might not have Michael Jordan defending John Starks rather than Darrell Walker, but right now you don't pull out all your tricks.
Jordan. And Ewing with the rebound. 10 rebounds for Patrick Ewing. Rivers, he's looking for that jump shot. Knicks get back. Jordan is 1 on 3. Darrell Walker with a rare shot and serves up the air ball.
And that's why it is a rare shot.
Starks at the baseline closed. He's called for a travel.
Starks running a little curl move off of Patrick Ewing, and Walker goes to the deflection. Jordan goes for the steal. It opens up the lane to the basket. A little scoop shot by John Starks falls.
Darrell Walker staying with those old-fashioned knee pads. It's Darrell with the ball. Here is Jordan. And Cartwright with his 8th rebound. Jordan for 3. Well, Michael is now 7 of 20 from the field. loose ball foul is called.
A terrific pass by Patrick Ewing after he elevated up in the air, found his teammate underneath. Mason just couldn't convert.
Foul on Cartwright, his second. Rolando Blackman has come back, replacing Doc Rivers. He's with major factor. Phil Jackson calls for time.
The playoffs start on Thursday. We've got 5 game 2s coming next weekend. On Saturday, we start with the Hornets and the Celtics from Boston. That'll be followed by the Spurs and Trailblazers. These two split their 4 games in the regular season. On Sunday, our triple header begins at noon Eastern Time with Showtime. Then the Knicks host the Pacers at the Garden. The middle game is Barkley's Suns hosting the Lakers. Phoenix won all 5 during the regular season. And the third game of the triple header is the Hawks and the Bulls from Chicago, the league's top 2 scorers, Michael and Dominique. Now back to Michael and Marv.
All right, Bob, as you see, 4:53 remaining fourth quarter here at Madison Square Garden, and the Knicks lead by 7. The Knicks and Chicago, 2 of the hottest teams in the NBA since the All-Star break. Rudy T and his Houston Rockets at 25-5, Knicks 25-6, followed by the Chicago Bulls.
And you have to feel a little bit sorry for those Houston Rockets losing Vernon Maxwell with the broken navicular bone.
Shot clock at 10. Grant, played by Mason. Armstrong is back. Shot clock at 3. Armstrong battling for the shot. B.J. Armstrong able to connect despite the tight defense of Rolando Blackman. And the Knicks lead by 5. Ewing with the fadeaway. Patrick Ewing will take it.
So when you're on a roll, you get every bounce. That time to hit the rim, hit right up on the top of the backboard, still went in.
Scottie Pippen is 1 for 13. Knicks by 7. Williams called on the foul.
Patrick Ewing knows that he can get a good look over the top of Scott Williams because of the difference in size. That's why Williams goes for steals down on the post area. The big step, the look, and then rim, backboard, and through.
Ewing to the line. He's 5 for 6 from the line. He has had another solid game. 17 points, 11 rebounds, 3 block shots. Knicks lead by 8. MVP is the chant for that man, Patrick Ewing. That's the first we've heard of it this season. The first time the crowd has created that particular chant, but it's a very difficult field. A field that includes Charles Barkley and Hakeem Olajuwon, Michael Jordan, and Patrick Ewing. Knicks lead by 9. Armstrong. Rebounds with the box out. Well, coming into today with everything settled on Friday with the Bulls losing to Charlotte and Charlotte on Friday night, there was a question as to the meaning of the game. In terms of records, it certainly has no meaning at all. Loose ball foul against Mason. But these clubs have played at a very high level. Pat Riley has used the same rotation. Phil Jackson has had a couple of twists, but for the most part has played the guys that think it'll play come playoff.
It almost was like a playground game. 2 teams showing up in the playground saying, let's just play for pride here. Let's just play because there's a basketball game to be played out here, and we both like winning more than anything else.
Well, as we mentioned right at the start, Pippen has difficulty finding a shot. Charles Smith has done a terrific job against Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan is now 10 of 27. He has 20, and the Knicks lead by 7. This could be labeled as a statement game. If the Knicks can hold on and win, it means they take the season series 3-1 against the club that swept the season series against them last year, 4-0. And over the years, the Knicks have not been able to beat the Bulls, either here at the Garden or in Chicago.
You take steps in building what they hope will be a championship team. Little by little, that man, Pat Riley, has done a sensational job in putting this whole thing together, as he has the ability to look way down the road from his past experiences at what it takes to be a championship caliber team.
But the second season gets underway Thursday and Friday nights. On Friday night, for both these clubs, Pippen is turned back and last touched by Pippen. That's the kind of day that it's been for Scotty.
When you take the ball to the hole against New York, you talk about collapsing defense. There's Smith, there's Ewing, there's Mason. Not easy to get a clean look at the rim.
We approach 2 minutes remaining in the game. And the Bulls with only 77 points. Knicks lead by 7. They double up on Smith. Able to find Ewing from deep. Armstrong on the run. Beautifully done. Horace Grant from B.J. Armstrong, and the Bulls are within 5. A minute 40 remaining, fourth quarter. Look out, Ewing did not see that pass and took it at the side of the head. Anthony Mason flipped it to him. Careless play by the Knicks, and Pippen is able to make the Knicks pay. That is only his second field goal. Timeout called by Pat Riley, and the Bulls have moved within 3.
And the way Chicago does it, one is run the floor hard, and the uncontested layup by Grant after the lob pass by BJ. Then Ewing is calling out a play. His teammate Mason thinks he's calling for the ball. Instead, another turnover.
With the timeout, we'll take a break. 1:29 to go. Scottie Pippen has played 32 minutes, averages just under 19 per game for the season today. 2 for 15 for only 4 points. Meanwhile, both Pippen and Jordan have received the playing time. Michael Jordan has played 36 minutes.
Well, Phil Jackson said that he would read the score in the second half, and that would determine how many minutes they would play, because they were going to try to win this basketball game. So their minutes are right up around where they normally are during regular season games.
Chicago with 3 timeouts, 3 out of 20. Knicks with 2 remaining. The Knicks lead is down to 3 points. 1:25 remaining, fourth quarter. Here's Starks, got the step. Put a beautiful spin on Armstrong. Knicks 86, the Bulls 81 with a minute 15 remaining in the fourth quarter. Pippen to a driving hook. Here's pressure. Scott Williams got picked off, though, by Patrick Ewing, and Rolando Blackman got it across. A lead for Charles Smith. Rejected by Pippen, and it will be Chicago ball. Terrific defensive play by Scottie Pippen.
The defense by both of these teams has been sensational. They come up with big stops just when they need it, the back door that time. Then there's the collapsing defense of Chicago, taking away what seemed to be a layup.
Michael Jordan forcing the issue as he was hammered. Did get the shot off, and he will go to the line.
Come on, Eddie.
Both teams are over the limit. John Starks called for the foul. That's his second. And Jordan to the line. He is 0 for 1 at the line. That's been it. Well, this is most unusual. Michael Jordan is an 84% free throw shooter. Now, Doc Rivers, a man that Pat Riley wants on the floor in the final minutes of games, has checked in despite injuring his wrist earlier in this second half.
The reason, because you feel safe with Doc Rivers and the basketball in his hand. He doesn't commit too many turnovers or mental mistakes with the basketball.
Pressure by Chicago. Knicks able to get it down. 35 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Knicks with the ball and a 4-point lead. Shot clock at 10. Here's Patrick Ewing, and a foul is called. A good portion of this crowd on its feet cheering the Knicks.
Scott Williams Williams is directly behind Ewing. Ewing does a good job of holding his position. There's no question about it. Scott Williams gets him on the arm before he gets the shot attempt up.
Knicks receiving a standing ovation here as Patrick Ewing makes it 8 of 9 from the line. And 20 points. Timeout taken by Chicago. The Knicks gunning for win number 60, which would put them alongside the 69-70 first New York Knicks championship squad. Trying to make it 20 straight wins at home, 23 of 24. The timeout situation. Both clubs are over the limit. 27 and 2/10 seconds. Remaining in the fourth quarter, Knicks lead 87. 82 again, the chant of MVP for Patrick Ewing. Knicks 88. The Bulls 82. Blackman pressing in the backcourt along with Starks. Al Pippen handling.
Just trying to use up more time off the clock before Chicago can get the ball up the court.
Knicks are over the limit. They do not want to foul. Scott Williams, yes! Scott Williams with a clutch bucket. The Bulls within 4. You see time remaining. And the Knicks call for time with 10 and 8/10 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. So the Knicks are down to 1 timeout left. The Bulls have 2 and a 20. A reminder, coming up next, game 2 of our NBA doubleheader. Derek Coleman and the New Jersey Nets will face the Pistons in Detroit. Could this be the last time we see the bad boys play together? The Pistons eliminated from playoff contention. New Jersey and Detroit, that's next right here on NBC.
I don't think there's any question at the end of this season there will be a major shakeup in the Pistons organization. There will be an attempt to trade certain players. Other players will flat out be cut and waived. Piston management willing to swallow the salaries that remain and utilize the monies they regain towards the salary cap as best they can. They have Miami's first-round draft pick coming up, providing it's not a lottery pick this year. Then they would have their own draft pick this year coming up, so they think that they're on the way to rebuilding this team with younger players.
10 and 8/10 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The Knicks 88, Bulls 84. When we resume, it will be Nick Ball. Both teams are over the limit, so a foul would put the opposition at the line. The Knicks seeking their 60th victory, looking to go 60 and 22. That would tie the franchise record of 60 victories, matching the 60 and 22 mark of the 1969-70 world champion New York Knicks. Chicago Bulls, on the other hand, coming at 57 and 24. Now the Knicks have a second timeout charged to them, so that is their finale.
And the reason for that is now they can advance the basketball if they want to half court, avoid any violation in the backcourt, and try and get the ball inbounds from the half court line.
As I said, the Bulls at 57 and 24. They've been an excellent road team, 26 and 14, but they've lost the last 2 on the road at Charlotte and at Cleveland last Sunday night, and they face the prospect of ending the regular season with 3 straight road defeats. Chicago 40% shooting for the afternoon on 38 of 95, and the Knicks at 50%. Where the Bulls suffered today, Scottie Pippen 2 of 16 from the field for 4 points. And Michael Jordan only 10 of 27, well under his norm with 21 points.
Now, if you need something to compare that to, you said they're shooting only 40% today against the New York defense. Normally, during the regular season, this Chicago team shoots slightly over 48% from the floor, which puts them well into the upper third of the NBA teams.
Well, a look ahead to next weekend here on NBC. We'll be on hand at the Boston Garden, and that should be a sensational series. The up-and-coming Charlotte Hornets going against the Boston Celtics, then San Antonio and Portland following Charlotte and Boston. That'll be Saturday. On Sunday, the Knicks in Game 2 of their series against Detlef Schrempf and the Indiana Pacers, followed by the Lakers going up against Charles and the Suns, and Atlanta and Chicago as part of our triple-header playoff coverage. The playoffs get underway Thursday and Friday nights, and our coverage Saturday and Sunday. 10 seconds to go. Knicks do not have any timeouts remaining. The inbounds handled by Ewing, and the Bulls give a foul, and Scott Williams comes up hobbling. The Knicks very fortunate to avoid that 5-second violation.
They were very close. What they did is they started out Grant on the basketball as if he was going to jam the passer from the side out. He took a 1 count, 1,001, and then turned and looked to pick up anyone that was coming towards the basketball, basically zoning off the area. It gave New York a problem for about 4 seconds.
Patrick Ewing is now 9 of 11 from the line. He's a 72% free throw shooter. 9 and 5/10 seconds remaining. Bulls do have timeouts left. Ewing hits 1 out of 2. Knicks extend to a 5-point lead, and Chicago now calls for time. So the Bulls have a conventional timeout remaining plus a 20, and they are down by 5 points.
When you're down 5, you understand that you need either a 2 and then a 3, or you need a 3 and then a 2. Either way, after the basket, you want to try and steal the inbounds pass, but if not, you must foul immediately. So you don't necessarily have to force a 3-pointer up here as you take the ball out. If you can get a quick 2, take it. You may get fouled in the act of trying to score the layup and get your 3-pointer that way, or you may just get the deuce, steal the inbounds pass, and then take a shot at the 3 there.
And Mike, the Bulls 1 of 6 from 3-point land this afternoon. Trent Tucker hit 1. He's 1 for 2. Pippen and Jordan 0 for 2 from downtown. The Knicks with an 89-84 lead. And if they're able to hold on, this would be the 25th time this year that the Knicks allowed under 90 points.
And now will Phil Jackson take Paxson off the bench, put Tucker in the game? You have Pippen and Jordan, 4 guys that can all knock out 3-pointers and go for it that way, or leave his regular unit on the floor and just try and get that quick 2 and then worry about the steal, deflection, whatever on the inbounds pass by New York.
Well, the officials trying to get them to play now. They want Chicago to break the huddle. Here they come.
One of the favorite plays for Chicago is to have Pippen take it out, and after he throws, he runs after his own pass. He hopes that the defensive player turns his head. They look to go right back to Pippen. Pat Riley probably will keep Orlando Blackman on him the entire time. Don't leave him alone. He's their most dangerous guy after the pass.
It's Stacey King going to the drive. Michael Jordan. Rivers tried to draw the foul. Jordan with the 3 off the mark, and the Knicks have won number 60. They defeat the Bulls 89-84. They take the season series 3 games to 1. They make it 20 straight wins at home. Let's go to Hannah, who is alongside Patrick Ewing.
Patrick, they were chanting your name, MVP, MVP, as you took the season series 3 games to 1 from the Bulls. What kind of statement did you guys make today?
I don't think it was, we just wanted to come out and play our game. Even though we had the home court wrapped up, we still wanted to go down to history. We wanted the very few teams to win 60 games, and we have achieved that today.
Thanks, Patrick, and good luck in the first round against Indiana.
Thank you very much.
Marv?
All right, Hannah, Patrick Ewing with an outstanding game. 22 points, 12 rebounds, 3 block shots, played 40 minutes in all. Michael Jordan with 21, Horace Grant at 15. Michael Jordan, though, shot only 10 of 28 from the field, and Scottie Pippen 2 of 16. So the Chicago Bulls finished the regular season at 57-25, and they lose their last 3 on the road. The Knicks wind up at 60-22 on top of the Eastern Conference at home court advantage right throughout the playoffs. They finished with 5 straight wins, 9 of the last 10, and 15 of 17 as they head to their training grounds in Charleston. Again, the final score, the Knicks 89 and the Bulls 84. Coming up next, it'll be game 2 of our NBA doubleheader. Derek Coleman and Chuck Daly lead the Nets into Detroit to take on the Pistons. Could this be the last time we see the bad boys play together? That's New Jersey at Detroit next. For Mike Fratello, Ahmad Rashad, and Hannah Storm, I'm Marv Albert. This has been a presentation of the NBA on NBC.